see. Now, firstly, financial year. That's important. This is the financial year, né?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is our financial year. And then 31st December 2022, because this one will help us to structure our books. Yeah, to show that it's network, you can even see what it's doing. So it is ahead of me. Let me see. Okay, let's start. I'm gonna have a new something here. You want the statement of, I'm gonna start with the statement of profit and loss. Okay, I'm just gonna draw it like this. Never mind the skewed lines. I don't have a ruler. So let's do this. Let me know if you're ready for action.
I'm ready for action, sir.
No problem. What do we start with? Always start with? I think you know by now.
Revenue.
And I gave you some notes before. What for us to have revenue, what must we look for? No pressure though. If you forgot, you forgot. It's okay. Obviously, we need revenue. Which one is revenue here?
Sales, sir. Yes.
342, ne? So I'm gonna go back and say 342,000. We need to check for any sales returns. Do you have any sales returns?
Yes, it's 8,000.
It's 8,000. You minus it. Don't forget that the free marks. 8,000. And then, do we have any settlement discount received? Remember, you must remember them. They will not give you anything. So you must check here. Settlement discount received. I don't see it here.
No.
I don't see. You must also check it from the information. If you have it, you will minus it. We don't have it. Can you see now? But you must remember it. I think you can write notes at the same time. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Now you ask yourself, sometimes this can be something about an error. They will tell you, maybe for example here, they say maybe sales, there's an error with the sales. Depending on the error, you're gonna add or less, but you'll never know how is the error. Maybe they can say sales was increased by this amount by mistake. So you must just know how to find the errors, okay? So if there's something wrong with the sales, you will go and minus or add. But at the moment, we don't have any errors, okay?
Yes, sir.
Will you remember that?
Yes, sir. So you minus the errors.
It depends whether you minus, you add. It depends on the error. If the sales was added by mistake, you will minus. If they say they didn't record, so that's why I'm saying read the error first and check whether you're gonna add or less. It's like bank recon. Remember, bank recon errors. Sometimes we add, sometimes we less. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
The
How much?
amount is 334,000.
Perfecto. Any question?
No, sir.
Now we less cost of sales. And then again, for cost of sales, there are things that we need to check. Okay. So we need to go and check cost of sales. Do we have one? Yes, we have it here. 160,000, okay? 160,000. We check, do we have any settlement discount received? Settlement discount received, you check here. I don't see anything. Any settlement discount received, I don't see anything here. If we had them, we'll minus them. Okay?
Yes, sir.
And again, if there's an error when it comes to cost of sales, you either add or less, depending on the error. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What's the sound for? Is it my sound or your sound?
It's my sound, sir. Airplane.
Okay, no problem. It's okay. It's an aeroplane.
Yes.
I stay next to the airport. Okay.
No,
Let's do
sir.
this. I know you're staying next to rich people there, driving on the street. Okay, now please use the calculator. Did we get gross profit or gross loss? I think it's gonna be gross profit because of the sales are more than the cost of sales.
Of sales.
How much?
184,000.
184,000. So far, so good?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no problem. Now we check for any. You must know the format because sometimes they give you some of the things, not everything, but hopefully, I don't know if they will write for you. Sometimes they don't even write for you. They just give you a blank answer sheet. So you must remember these things, what comes after. Other incomes. We have to go and check other incomes. From here, do you see an income?
Yes, rent income.
Rent
which is
income,
27,000.
Yes.
Interest
Any adjustment?
income, which is 9,000.
Interest income, yes. Let's look at the rent income first. Anything about the rent income here? Yes, this one.
Yes, includes
This
5,400.
Yes. For 3 months of 2023, which is our year? December
2022.
So what can we say about that one? That 5.4?
It's irrelevant.
It's relevant because it's included in our, in other words, it's relevant because it's included in our rent income. But how are we going to deal with it? What do we call that 5.4 firstly? I want you to understand. The rent income has got the amount for next year. What do we call that?
I don't know, sir.
It is called, please don't forget, because it's going to affect even your notes. Income received in advance.
Yeah.
Income received in advance. And this income received in advance is going to affect, don't forget, by the time when you deal with
So with this, sorry, sir, question. Would this income be accrued income?
Come again?
Would this income be called included income?
No, accrued. You want to say accrued income?
Accrued income, yes. ACCU.
No, yeah, no. Remember, accrued income is the opposite. This one has been received in advance. So accrued income, it means we have got less months. In other words, if let's say we did not receive 3 months, we did not receive. In other words, does not include the 3 months for this year. That will be accrued. But this one includes the amount for next year. And we're still in 2022. It includes the money for 2023. We call it income received in advance.
Okay, sir.
So that's why it's important for you to know your period. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, so it will affect our income. According to you, just look at it. Must we take it out or must we add it?
We must add
To the
it
rent.
because they say for the first 3 months.
How can you add it because it's included? They
You
say
don't
it's
add it.
included there. What must I do?
So just wait, so I don't understand. So the 2022 rent income is 27,000, right?
Yes.
And
They say
then
it
the
includes
question says
it
it includes 5,400
for 3
for the next
months.
two.
Which
Oh,
yes.
okay.
What must I do?
Okay. So now are you just gonna take the 5,400
What must I do with it?
minus 27,000?
Okay, 27,000. 1, 2, 3. Please, I want you to understand. That's why I'm hesitant to give you answers because I want it to make sense. Because tomorrow when you write, it's gonna affect you. So write it down. Income received in advance are always deducted because it's for next year. We're gonna deal with it next year. For now, we take it out. It doesn't belong to this year. So I made a mistake here. Ne? I was supposed to write income first here. I was supposed to write rent income. But does that make sense? I don't want you to just say yes. Does that make sense?
So all incomes received in advance is deducted.
Yes, because it's not for
Okay.
this year. As long as it's not for this year, it's for next year. It must be taken out.
The amount is 21,600.
21,600. Do you understand the rent income?
Yes, sir.
Any other income that you see?
Interest income.
Interest income. Interest income.
The investment was made for a full year. Interest was only received for 9 months. Interest income is only received on this investment.
Okay. So what do they mean? They say only interest was only received for 9 months, meaning instead of how many months?
For 12 months.
For 12
For a
months.
full year.
Yes?
Yes.
For full year. So we need to still record how many months?
12 months.
How many months do we still have to record? Because already
9
we have
months.
9 months. We already have 9 months. How many months do we still have to receive?
3 more months, sir.
3 more months. So what do you call those 3 months?
Interest received in advance.
Remember, have you received it for next year? Because they're just telling you that you only receive for this year, you received only 9 months. Yeah, shorter. So it is accrued income. You only say advance if they say you received for the upcoming year. Are you with me?
So accrued income is for
is what is outstanding.
What you still
Something
need
that
to.
Yes.
Okay.
It was supposed to be part of this year, but not record. So we're supposed to have 12 months. We only have 9 months. So we must add those 3 months which are missing for this year. That's what they mean. Are you okay?
Yes, sir.
How can we calculate the 3 months? Here they said It's 9 months.
It's
It's 9,000.
9,000.
Yeah, for
Interest
because they didn't give
income.
us interest. Yeah, so how can I calculate for?
So would you say
For
9,000 times 3?
No, I can't say time. If I say 9,000 times 3, what am I trying to calculate?
For the 3 months that's left.
But this is for 9 months. This 9,000 is for 9 months. How can you multiply it by 3? It's not for 1 month. So how can I
So
find a
then,
month here? How can I find a 1 month first before I multiply by 3? How much is 1 month?
1,000.
1,000. So how much is for 3 months?
3,000.
3,000. Can you see they trick you with this? They want you to find out how to solve it. So it's not always straightforward.
Okay.
They're challenging.
I see.
So next time it will come in a different way, but deal with the situation as they come. So this is the accrued income, 3,000. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna say 9,000. What must I do with that 3,000? Less or add?
You add it, sir.
Add it. Agree or shorter.
Yes.
So all in all, it was supposed to be how much?
12,000.
10,000, please. Yes. Remember, accrued, you can write it down. Accrued doesn't matter which accrued. Any accrued you add, accrued income you add. Even though it was accrued expense, you will add to that expense. Even if it was, remember, prepaid is the same. Yeah, prepaid. You can have something called prepaid income is the same as income received in advance. You less them because they are for the following year. I don't know if it makes sense or not.
I understand, sir.
Okay. Any other income?
No, no.
Even here we don't have, so this one we used already. No other income here. We used this one. No other income. So give me any other incomes that we can find in future.
Rent income, interest.
Commission income.
Well,
Do you know when you write off a debtor, what do you call him? Let's say a debtor doesn't pay you, write them off. What do you call them? What is the account that we use?
no.
A debtor is not paying and you write them off. Which account do you normally say you have? We call it credit losses.
Okay, sir. But then
But
that's
that debt come back. Oh, that debtor can come back and say, sorry, here's the money. What do you call it? Credit losses recovered. Write it down. Next time you can find credit losses recovered, whereby a debtor came back, you recovered money from the debtor. So if you write it off, it's credit losses. It's an expense. But when you recover the money from the debtor, it's called credit losses recovered. It's an income. So you need to decide when you see a transaction like that or an adjustment like that. I don't know if it makes sense.
Oh, sorry. So you said when a debtor.
It's written off. It's a credit loss. It's an expense.
And then when they pay you back.
When they pay you, let's say you recover the money from them, you call it credit losses recovered. It means you got back your money that you thought you lost. It's credit losses recovered. So that will be an income. It will be part of the incomes. So you must read carefully whether you are writing off or you are recovering money from the person you wrote off before. So the information will be given to you. You just have to make a decision.
Okay, sir.
Are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, so we don't have them. Those are the things that you can find. Okay, so we only have this for now. Only these two. You add them together, and then that will be the total of the other incomes on top there. 33,600.
3,600. Yes.
That is the total of the other incomes there. Can you see now? And then you add them together. You add the other incomes and the gross profit, 184 plus 33, and you get something like a gross, we call it gross income. So you must know what to add and what you call it after adding. So you add the gross profit plus other incomes will always give you the gross income.
Plus 1. That is 220. Sorry,
I
217,000.
can't hear you. Are you saying something? It's low,
Yes,
low,
sir.
low,
Can you
low.
hear me now? Uncle Sir.
Now I can hear you. You said
217,600.
600. Can you see now? So you added the two. These are the totals, remember? You added this. You add this one. These are the totals. These are the totals. You added them. Are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So you can just draw a line here to make your life easier. And then let's say, yeah, you can just draw a line here. Perfect. Any questions so far?
No, sir.
So now you can less operating expenses, but sometimes they will be given to you when they write less. You can write less operating expenses, but normally they say less distribution. Administrative. And other expenses. So in a nutshell, they're talking about operating expenses.
Okay, sir.
Yes. So the same procedure we followed under incomes, but now we're focusing on expenses.
Or other expenses.
Yes.